I've got an amazing support team, and like my fans, like even when somebody has like a negative comment, everyone just like is like, excuse me, we don't want this energy. Like this is all like butterflies and rainbows and positivity here, so.
Hey friends, it's your girl Emily Curl back in our iHeartRadio studio, and today we're hanging out with Jessia. Let's give it up. So nice to see you in person. How does it feel to be back?
So good, so good. Hi, I'm able to like
I know,
actually
right?
like hello.
And it's not through a screen.
It's not through a screen. Oh my goodness, we're finally back, guys.
We're back, and we're so happy to have you here today. We are playing our 15 first. So I'm gonna ask you 15 questions about different experiences of your first time.
Yes, let's go.
Are you ready?
100%.
Let's dive in. When is, Jessia, the first time you realized you could sing?
I was told, I don't remember this, but before I could talk, my mom was like, she was like making up melodies and stuff before I could even talk. I don't remember it, but hey.
So even your baby noises were like harmonizing?
My little baby noises, I was making songs, yeah.
What about the first time that you performed on stage?
First time I performed on stage, I think I was like 4 or 5, and I sang Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, but I never knew when to stop. So it was just like this whole thing, and everyone's like get off stage now, like going. You need the cane, and I'm like, twinkle. Yeah, it was fantastic.
But you can't boo like a 5-year-old off stage. So
yeah,
it's like, you
like,
just let her go.
I guess this is our entertainment for the entire evening. Get ready for it, guys.
And where was that? Do you remember?
This was a little like local, it was called the Java Jam, and it was at the local Legion. And like, I'm from like teeny tiny little town, like 12 people were in like my graduating class.
What?
Yeah, so yeah, it was like the whole town just comes out to like watch little people sing. It was adorable. It was adorable.
Okay, so where exactly are you from? So you're from Vancouver, right?
I'm from the island. I'm from like a tiny little surf town on the island.
God, what does your town think of everything that's happening in your career and your life?
They're so supportive. It's so sweet. Like I go to like the co-op, like our local grocery store, and everyone's just like, hi, oh my God, we love I'm Not Pretty. I'm like, hi.
They have Twinkle Twinkle Little Star playing on loop.
Yeah, exactly. That's all it is forever and for always. Yeah.
Oh my God, I love that. Okay, what about the first time you felt really proud of a song?
Ooh, I actually wrote this one song called Good Night. And I think I wrote it like 6 or 7 years ago. And it was the first time that I like actually articulated what I wanted to say. And like, yeah, I was able to just like get my feelings out perfectly. And like, it's just like the most rewarding thing as a songwriter, being like, I have been able to get this emotion and portray it exactly how I wanted to do it.
Okay, what about the first time you heard your song on the radio?
Oh my God, it was so crazy. It was so crazy. I mean, like, it was all in a pandemic. And so everyone was like shutting doors and everything, but I was really lucky that I was with my mom at the time. And so it was just like this moment that I got to like share with my mom, and like the both of us are just crying, but also in like disbelief. We're like, is this real life right now? But yeah, it was beautiful.
That's so, I mean, and what does your mom say now? Like, I'm sure that's gonna be crazy to watch you on the journey.
Yeah, she's so proud. She's so proud. Like, she's my rock, honestly. Like, she got me through everything, like with like the come up and everything. She was like making sure that I was fed and sleeping and okay, and like taking care of like my soul. So she's a good egg.
I love that. All right, what about the first time you had a TikTok go viral?
Yeah, that was January 1st. I have the date and everything, 2021. It was wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was just me like banging this little song out on a steering wheel of a car.
And I've got a bum and I'm fucking jelly of all the other ones with the
and it took off, and like it's the reason that I'm here, and I've signed my record deal, and like everything is just, my life did change within like 24 hours.
And what was that song?
I'm Not Pretty. Yes. Yeah, it was just like the chorus of I'm Not Pretty, and like I didn't have the rest of it written, and it started going viral, and I was like, no. Like all of the other songs that I've posted were all finished and like ready to go if like they hit. And like this was the only one that I was like, what do you think about this? And then yeah, ended up like writing the verse in 2 days and releasing it 3 days later, and just kind of like going.
When you first released it, when you first wrote it, did you know that it was special? Like, did you have that gut feeling like this one's gonna do well?
No, like it was actually just kind of like me being like, I need to just post something. Like, let's just put it up there and see what's going on. And I was like, nobody's gonna pay attention to a song that says bums. Like, why are we gonna do this? And then, yeah, it really started to resonate with people. And then like going in with the verses and everything, I was like, this really needs to like hit home, and this is like giving me an opportunity to be able to like say what I want to say and like say the things that people are afraid to say because nobody really wants to talk about their body insecurities and not feeling at their best all the time.
I also love the juxtaposition of it's talking about some very real stuff, but it's a bop. It's fun to listen to.
Yay, exactly.
So you hit it right on the marker with that.
You're able to just like dance your pain away. You're like, woohoo! Yeah, exactly.
What about the first time you were recognized by a fan? I feel like that's always a fun moment for an artist.
Oh my God. That was really, really cool. That was at Lolla. I was just like walking around and people were like, oh my God, Jessia. And I was like, hi, oh my God. And like hugging and just like realizing that these people are actually real and like they're not just names on a screen. It's so weird coming up in a pandemic when you're just sitting there and you're like, you just see like these profiles and everything, but like actually seeing the impact that like my music has made on people and to be able to hug them and to be able to be like, hi, and like learn their names and learn their story. And actually that same person, she keeps in touch with me. Like she texts me all the time and like we wish each other like good days and it's a beautiful thing. It's so cute.
Okay, so we're about halfway through at number 7. With good, there's always gonna be some of the opposites. So tell me about the first time you got your first troll.
My first troll?
Yep.
Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, like with I'm Not Pretty, there's so many people that are like, she's telling the truth. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, that's fine. But I mean, like, it's actually kind of cool though that like, this is the song that I've kind of like popped off with is just kind of setting the tone of being like, you guys can say whatever you want. And like, it's fine. Like,
yeah. Does it affect you or has it? Or are you feel like you're in a good place releasing music?
I feel like I'm in a really, really good place. I mean, like the support versus like the haters, like, knock on wood that it doesn't change, but yeah, I've got an amazing support team and like my fans, like even when somebody has like a negative comment, everyone just like is like, excuse me, we don't want this energy. Like this is all like butterflies and rainbows and positivity here. So
and don't you love when the fans fight for you? It's like let them go for
exactly.
it.
I just sit there and I'm like, yes, everybody's got my back. Like I do feel honestly really, really supported.
That's awesome. All right, what about the first time working with a major producer?
I mean, like, it's a little intimidating, but I try really hard. It's funny, like, maybe on, like, the opposite, because I'm, like, freaking out inside, and I'm like, oh, my God, like, you've done this, and you've done this, and you've done this, oh, my God. But then I, like, walk in, I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? Oh, yeah, cool. And, like, I feel like I'm maybe, like, insulting them of just being like, yeah, like, let's just, like, sit on a couch and vibe. You know what I mean? But, I mean, like, I need to maybe, like, just counteract that instead of being like, I love everything that you've ever done in your entire life.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just trying to, like, calm it all down.
It's funny because it's a mix of you have to act like you belong, but also you have to own the fact that you're a fangirl sometimes. You know, it's the middle. Yeah, it's the middle.
Completely. But, I mean, like, at the end of the day, we're all human and we all just want to, like, make art and we all just want to vibe and, like, have friends. So,
yeah. What about your first time on a red carpet?
Yeah, that was at Billboard Women in Music. And that was really, really, it was just like the best like first thing, you know? Like just being surrounded by so many amazing, amazing women. And like, yeah, all of like the presenters and everything were like their mothers. And so they would have their moms present all of the awards to themselves, like to the artist. And so just like tears, we couldn't stop crying.
Did your mom get to go? We need your petition for your mom to come to all these events next time.
God, she does. She wasn't able to make it to that one, but yeah, it was really, really beautiful. We just got to see like Phoebe Bridgers' mom was there and just like the speech that she made about Phoebe Bridgers. Oh my God.
What is Phoebe Bridgers' mom like? I can imagine she's like probably a character. She's probably so vibey and cool.
She's such a vibe, so wholesome. Like the whole night was just like, this is the reason that we're doing this.
Yeah.
It was like, this is the reason, and like women supporting women and like no competition, no anything. It was just supportive and beautiful and inspiring. So
love to hear that. Okay, number 10, first time you got starstruck.
Ooh, Justin Tranter.
Ooh.
He is an amazing, amazing songwriter. And like the whole time I like held it together. Like I went and like had a writing session with him, which like insane, what? But I went and like afterwards, I went in the car, bawled my eyes out, like could not handle myself. And I was like, I kept it in for the whole session that I needed. And then like my friend was like, do you want to go get ice cream? And like they have a video of them being like, do you want to go get ice cream? And I'm just like, I want to go get ice cream. Yeah.
Did you ever share that with him? Does he know?
No, but he knows now if he watches
He'll
this.
watch the video.
Hi, yeah.
Okay, what about the first time you fell in love?
Oh man, that's a wild ride. It really shows you just like how much you can feel as a human being, the goods and the bads and the everything. It's crazy what you would do for another human being that's just like come into your life. But I recommend it to everybody. It is the best feeling in the world.
How many times have you been in love?
Twice, I would say. I don't know. I mean, like, there's different levels of love.
Yeah.
And like the more that you grow older and the more that you fall in out of love, I find that love always changes. And like, it's funny, like anytime that you're like heartbroken or anything, I feel like it just like carves out an even bigger place that you're able to like pour even more love into. So I feel like the more that you've been hurt and sad, the more you can experience joy and love and pleasure. So
that's my next question. The first time you got your heart broken.
Woohoo! Listen
We're
to my
going there.
music. I wrote an entire EP about it. It's called How Are You? Yeah, first time I got my heart broken was very, very, very painful. But I've made it out on the other side and it is so, so worth it and so beautiful. I mean, like I'm thanking that person right now for breaking my heart.
All right, question number 13. When was the first time you played Next Time for the people who know you the best?
Ooh, it was probably a couple months after I wrote it, and then I played it to some of like my best friends and my mom, and like she cried. Everybody just like ends up just like giving me a hug afterwards, cause like and like I'm good. Like it was like 2 years afterwards, and like I'm totally fine with it, but everyone's just like, girl. Oh my God. It's actually funny. Like everyone's like, play Next Time. Like when we're like getting ready for a party and I'm like, this isn't the vibe. This is like sit by yourself and like cry to the ceiling kind of vibe.
Light a candle, turn the lights off.
Exactly.
I love that. In the song, like again, like I feel like we've all been in that place. We've all been heartbroken, but like I truly felt like I flew halfway around the world to look at rings in Italy. It's like, that's how specific it felt to me.
Wait, were you there?
I was there. I was there.
Where were you?
I was the jeweler. I'm like,
you should have warned me, being like, this isn't gonna work out, girl.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Get out. Get out now.
But it's crazy to think that you wrote that 2 years ago. So now when you play that song, do you have just a whole different outlook on that whole experience?
Yeah, I mean, that song was the hardest song that I've ever had to write, and the truest song that I've ever written. And it definitely was like a weight lifted off of my shoulders. And like, it's funny, like I find that my songwriting is very therapeutic for me. Like I'm a very selfish songwriter. I just do it to like get my emotions out. And like, if other people relate to it, that's just like the cherry on top. But yeah, this one was very much just like for me, and it kind of put like a nice little bow on all of like the pain and the hurt and the anger and everything that came with it. And now I'm able to just like sit back and be like, that was a chapter in my life. And it was beautiful and it was crazy and painful, but like, yeah, I'm able to look at it now.
After you released that song, did your ex reach out?
I did end up showing it to him before I released it, and the video is on TikTok. So, yeah, we're good. We're good.
As good as it can be with an ex, I feel like.
I mean, it's hard when like that's a lot of emotion went into it, and so yeah, it was a lot that day, but yeah.
First time one of your songs hit 1 million streams.
I was at my mom's place. I was in bed and I was staying up and I was watching, like, for artists, like you can see, like it's a live thing of like, you can see it being like 97 million, or like not 97 million, but like 90, and you can like watch the count, and it like vibrates your phone every single time that somebody listens to your song. It's the most satisfying thing ever. It is so cool. I was just watching it go up and up and up, and I was like, I'm not going to bed until I'm able to see the 1 million. And I saw it live and I was just like, oh my God, I'm like, this is crazy.
All milestone moments. It's so fun. It's so exciting to watch the journey. I'm curious, this is our last one, question 15. The first time you realized, maybe in your own mind, that you made it, whatever that means to you.
I think that having all of the stories and the comments coming in from I'm Not Pretty, and having the amount of people being like, you have helped my daughter love herself, or like you have like saved lives, and you've like allowed people to just be okay with whatever day, however they look that moment, to just be okay with it and accept themselves. So I think that, yeah, being able to change people's lives is where I was like, this is it. This is why I do this.
And speaking of that, can we expect more music from you soon? What else do you have coming? Give us the full rundown.
Woohoo! Actually, walking through the doors here, I got the first demos of my 2 new singles.
Oh my, I thought you were going to say you got a song idea. I was like, you do love walks.
I am so inspired by these lights, yeah.
Okay, tell us about can you give us a little teaser of what we can expect?
Yeah, I am very, very excited. Lots of just more like empowerment. You're able to do whatever the hell you want to do. I mean, like just riding this wave, like this last year has just been like the wildest dream, and being like, you can, like dreams do come true, and like, don't stop is pretty much it, and just like keep going. And so it's just a lot of like, if you need a pick me up, it's funny, like my EP is very like bitter and towards this specific human being.
Rightfully so.
Whereas like this one is very just like, just own yourself and just like rock it, and don't let anybody tell you that you can't do anything, and just don't be discouraged in any way.
Damn, I love that. I cannot wait to hear the new music. Jessia, everyone, one more time, thank you so much for being here. For playing 15 first. We can't wait to hear the new music, and it's so good to see you in person.
Oh, it's so good to see you in person.
So next time, come back. We'll go on a walk. We'll create some song and
yes.
listen to some new
Oh
music.
my
All of
goodness.
it.
Let's write a song together. It'll be great.
Love it. All right, thanks, Jessia. Thank you all for watching.
Thank
Make sure you stream all of Jessia's music on iHeartRadio. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Every time I say first time, it makes me
I
laugh.
know. I'm sitting there. How was it?
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Did you like that video? You can check out more over here. And don't forget to subscribe to iHeart right here. And if you're already a longtime fan, make sure you ring the bell down below so you don't miss a single video. Bye guys.